In total, 129 shell casings were found. So that's totally unacceptable.
Detroit Police Chief Todd Bettison sharing his outrage after 3 people were shot at a repass held at a park at Moffett and Seneca Monday night.
Rest in peace to the Godfather from Band Gang, another Detroit rapper dead, another rapper dead. I didn't know he had millions and millions of views. He was on a bunch of songs. He was on that Whack Jumper and other bunch of songs with over 1 million views. Whack Jumper has like 10 million views. He was gunned down at a park at a repass on the east side of Detroit, the wild, wild east side. 126 rounds fired from probably his side and whoever cruised the block, and shot up the repass, took his life, and hit some girls that was with him. And even when the Detroit News was out there, something was still going on.
Police are actively looking for those suspects. Remember, it is a Chrysler, a Burgundy Chrysler 200 or 300 that they're looking for. So for now, reporting live in Detroit's east side.
Jess, you hear 100 shots possibly fired, and it's incredible to think that only 3 people were hit.
Yeah, absolutely, Amy, and it does appear that we're hearing some gunshots in the area, so we're going to send it back to you right now.
Get safe, Jessica. Thank you so much. Appreciate you.
Detroit is very dangerous. They're trying to tell you that it was the lowest murders since 1965 last year. Well, that's because it's got the lowest amount of people since Detroit had 900-some thousand people in 1920. So Detroit's population now is like it is in 1915. So it might have had the lowest murder since 1965, but it's got the lowest people since about before 1920. So there's very few people left. Godfather had just left his friend's funeral, another young guy, I guess, who was gunned down.
Multiple people that were armed, and so it was members in the crowd shooting back and members from the vehicle shooting into the crowds.
1 man was killed, 2 women were hurt. Bettison says the shooting was gang-related. Earlier in the day, officers were stationed near the funeral as a precaution, but officers were unaware of the later gathering.
And his last Instagram story was of his boy's casket. And so that's the 3rd member supposedly connected to Band Gang killed. I've been making content. I started off making rap videos in Detroit in 04, 05, so I'm 20 years strong. I've seen so many people, unfortunately, killed. I know people who got killed and met their son who got killed too. So someone who got killed 20 years ago when they were in their mid-20s, they could have a son who just got killed that's in their early 20s. Think about that. It's the same thing over and over. Listen, if you're making some money, stay gone on the road. You're not going to miss anything in Detroit unless you're looking to get killed. Now, these YouTube people that make these elaborate gang war stories and they sound like the same thing prosecutors try to tie everything together. There's no telling why, like, all these, like, a lot of these stories about these people who get killed, I know the real story is not what's said on the internet. I don't know what happened with this.
Right there. Mr. G's house wasn't the only one caught in the crossfire as the chaos spread to neighboring streets.
We've got at least 5 houses over here on this block that were hit by stray gunfire. It's very dangerous because I have, you know, my girls, they sit on the porch.
Neighbors say this area is usually quiet.
It usually don't happen over here. That was something that they came over here. Whoever did it don't live over here.
This is really, really dangerous to have, you know, a wild, wild west shootout in a residential neighborhood. And here it is, my property's hit, my neighbor's properties are hit. Thank God there's been no other tragedy, any other loss of life.
It's a dangerous, the Detroit, St. Louis, the different cities and neighborhoods are highly dangerous, and you too will be a victim. And it might come from something unexpected. You probably gonna end up getting killed for something you didn't even have anything to do with. You get away with the stuff you did, and then something randomly happens that had nothing to do with you.
At that funeral, Detroit police detained some individuals who came to the funeral with firearms. So police, they were prepared for trouble. We're live at DPD headquarters. Will Jones, Local 4.
Back when I used to be hanging out a lot and doing the videos with everybody, sometimes I'd see some guys and be talking to them, and one would whisper in my ear, like, don't be standing with me or don't hang with us. Meaning, don't get seen with us too much because people are shooting at us. Do people give each other warnings anymore? Or is everybody, I don't know, it's sad. It's the same thing over and over. Band Gang was one of the first of this new era. They were pretty popular even before the pandemic. Unfortunately, Lonnie got shot in the head in Vegas. I saw him after that. I don't think he went, I mean, he probably goes in and out of Detroit sometimes, but I think he's set up in Connecticut or something. Jizzle P they killed. I think he was with his mother or something. And then Paid Will, supposedly. And then you have people taking credit for murders they didn't do because they get you popular on the internet. And yeah, so anyways.
Jess, you hear 100 shots possibly fired, and it's incredible to think that only 3 people were hit.
So as you can see, it's so dangerous that even the news, when they're out there, people are still going back and forth in shooting. Like, is this stuff even over any money, or is it just like a death cult where people just killing for the sake of killing? If you don't want to get killed, I would suggest stay out of the mix. If you're making some money, make your money and get out of there. And if you're making some money, don't blow it all, please. Because trust me, things go up and down, up and down. That what this guy, Jay Swine, he just got indicted in that $63 million post office fraud. I mean, I don't have any idea if he's guilty or anything, but if you happen to be making some money, do not throw it in the air. BMF was 20 years ago. Quit trying to chase something somebody else already did. The world is bigger than Detroit or whatever hood you're from in whatever city. Trust me, it's a lot of other stuff going on. If you smart enough, lucky enough, whatever, to have a little run and make some money, leave and stay away. This was at a funeral where 123 shots came. So it sounds like obviously some type of revenge. Somebody was I mean, it's the same stuff. Is nobody learning from this? They watch your Instagram stories and they know where you go. And then they don't care what and who they shoot up. And a lot of these super crazy sounding crimes where a bunch of people get shot, people don't always get arrested. People get away with that stuff. That's why people aren't scared to do it, because they might get away with it. And when someone killed someone you care about and you know where they're at and they're on the internet taunting each other, it's not a surprise that they show up to shoot up some stuff. But hopefully this stuff will start dying down. There's less murders than last year. And take it from me, having been around for so long, you never know who's going to be the one that gets killed. It might be you. And you might be the one that the judge balls up his life and throws it away in the trash can and forgets about you. Don't think it can't happen to you, because it can. Take a look to your left, take a look to your right. One of the 3 of you, if you are out here living wild, one of the 3 of you might be dead within the next 24 months and the other one might be locked up. You might be one of those 2. Don't assume you'll be the one who gets away. Rest in peace to the Godfather. Too bad he couldn't further his career. I don't know what was going on, but Detroit is like a cemetery. There's like nothing I mean, 20 years ago, up till about, I think, to like the '08 to '10, when the economy went down, up to then, Detroit was still, I mean, it was dangerous like it is now, but there was clubs downtown. There was stuff to do. It at least was fun. I don't know what people even do there now. As far as in the city limits, it's also the downtown. They have all that generic corporate stuff, which is fine. But I mean, to me, downtown Detroit was better in 2000 than it is now for Detroit people, because it was Detroit stuff. Now it's just generic corporate stuff downtown. The rest of the city, except for a couple of neighborhoods, is like a cemetery. And then now they got, I don't know, are these gangs tied to rap groups because people think they're gonna make some money? I know the set of people, or I know plenty of people that have made money through all these years, and they stay gone. That's what I would advise you to do. Stay gone unless you're into killing and getting killed. That's a pretty wild scene to drop 126 shells in a neighborhood at a park at a repass for your funeral, but they don't care. There's a lot of people that don't care. So beware, you might be a victim too. Just because you're popular don't mean something can't happen to you. None of us are magic. Anybody can get it. So stay safe, stay out the way. Our prophet, rest in peace to the band gang Godfather.